Green Interwebs, it's Jackie K, and welcome for some more GBL goodness. Retro Cup is here, so it's time to have some fun, and hope that it goes better than Great League Remix. That just wasn't clicking with me for some reason, and I got a bad feeling that with me being higher rank, that these Great League Specialized Cups are gonna click even less. But I don't know, there's been times that Specialized Cups really shined for me. But I guess Great League Remix wasn't specialized enough. Oh, and what's with the weird effect of her cast form? Sorry, I'm a little distracted here to switch, even though there's no good reason to stay in here. Do I really got a better option to switch to though? I don't know, let's just try it and see if I can get them to swap away. They might not, but I can't really think of anything better to do. And this is just the problem with cast form. If cast form got anything besides ice type moves, it'd be so much better an option to use. And back in the day, before every other ice type got Weather Ball, that was enough reason of itself to go for Weather Ball. Or go for cast form, because it is pretty bulky, and Water Ball is a really spammy move, so I'll just add it up. I may regret this, but Crystal at least gives me neutral coverage, and hypothetically I could just let all on this Obama Snow, and then have some energy to work around with Polito when it comes back in. But if I use up all my shields here and now, that might be an issue of itself. So, unfortunately, this battle may have already been lost, but I think it's just more of an issue with the lead, and part of it's my bad for the Pokemon I have. I did spend some time trying to come up with this team before the stream started, but I definitely know that I definitely need to spend more time. I definitely need to spend more time feeling out how the team's gonna work. Case in point, I didn't even Shadow Mewtwo. Now I'm gonna feel honestly, I'm gonna feel embarrassed losing with them freaking trying to bring a legendary Pokemon in the Great League. And it's only gonna work because my team wasn't that great. Mewtwo's not great for Great League. It's too glass canny. And yet, I fed into the ego. Normal Mew isn't even on PV Poke. The Mewtwo Shadow form is, though. I guess a 128 is not as bad, because at least considering that I'm pretty sure it does worse in normal Great League. But that's just still doesn't feel right to lose to. Before I dump this team altogether, I'm gonna try something a little bit different and lead with Gengar instead, because they both have spammy charge moves that with a quick move that gives a decent amount of energy. But Gengar's a lot more frail, probably a lot harder to swap into a situation. So then there's also a factor of catching all Pokemon like this. And I actually was kind of curious how the Gengar Gaily matchup would go, exactly because of this. And now I know it's not really in Gengar's favor. I kind of had a feeling with Gengar being frail and Confusion being strong, but I had to take it out on the field to know for sure. And again, this is my first set with the new league, so I kind of had a feeling that I needed to take these teams out for a test drive before really getting a feel of what to bring into the battles themselves. I might as well shield. I forgot that this is a new battle, so almost down 2 Pokemon already on their first one. I think I'm just gonna bet on like even shield coverage. And there's the Talonflame. Kind of curious if I can catch them off guard with the Blizzard. Crustle would be perfect for it, but I know if I switch, I'm afraid that they'll switch back. That's actually a little too nice. And if maybe I'll just like try to see if I can get lucky enough to get rid of the last shield on this Venusaur before getting taken. I don't know, I thought I walled that a little bit better. I was hoping to get a shield before getting knocked out so I could just get Castform in here, Weather Ball, and be done with it. And at least my gut feeling wasn't completely wrong. Keeping the shield for Castform, I still stand by, because Castform was going to do a lot more than Crustle. But there was like the fact that Castform was already so weak, and like, so that wasn't terrible. I kind of get the feeling that Gengar's not going to do me too much good. But, you know what? The team's not set in stone. Let me go around here and try to figure out. I think the big reason I brought Gengar was because it was considered a counter to a lot of the things that Castform got countered by. But I'm not a huge fan of the frailty of it. Let me just do a quick search and see whatever other ghost types I have. Alolan Marowak is the obvious answer, but it's almost too easy of an answer. But I'll keep that in mind for the future. Probably will. There's a good chance that Castform will get replaced by Frostlass at some point, at least if I want to be serious with it. But let's take this out on the field one more time, get a little bit more field. Of course, the one time it would have actually been cool to lead off with Castform. I'm just going to go into Crustle, get them to swap, and hopefully it'll work out for me in the end because of that. Interesting. Shoot. I don't know if they have enough for a Shadow Ball. I mean, I should block anyways. So I'm actually kind of wondering if I'd be better. Too late now. Hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have gone for a charge move at all. Just take care of the Gengar with the fast moves and get as much energy as I can. Blocking either way, though, I think will work out in my favor, depending on how this next charge move goes. It's still possible for me to take it out first, and at the very least, I can come out of this for switch advantage, get the real counter against this Dragonite in here, go from there. With it being Shadow, it's a little risky not to shield. I'm going to go for it anyways because I'm pretty confident it's just a Dragon Claw. And it did a lot for a Dragon Claw, but there's also the factor that it is Shadow. Good lord. Please just Moonblast. Or Grass Knot. I mean, that still hurt. A lot more than I wanted it to. But I can definitely, like, now see this being a fair matchup. It's just, again, Gengar is frail, so even in a matchup that is good, unless I, like, give it all the shields, it's like running a Shadow Pokemon without the Shadow boost. I haven't quite given up yet, though. Pretty confident. Oh yeah, especially because the Dragonite's the last one. I could probably just do fast moves. I was gonna say, hope that they didn't get to their charge move first, but I guess they bring in the Dragonite right away is not necessarily a bad play. I forgot how low on health it was, to the point where fast moves probably be enough itself. But hey, I think we're actually gonna get a win off this. Get a win off this team, of course, but not the one with the Shadow Mewtwo. I know it's a weird thing to get fixated on, and it's not a wrong impression to assume that, like, literally the top attacker in the entire game would be good in Great League, but that also just, like, rips up elementary understanding of how GBL works. Maybe I'm just tucking off my butt, because there's probably at least 1 or 2 Pokemon I'm using that are ranked lower than 128, and more importantly, PvE poke rankings isn't the be-all, end-all deciding factor of if a Pokemon's good or not in the league. It just, I find it a good reference for starting out at the very least, because not only does it give you a factor of who's good, but it gives you a factor of what they're good against and what they're bad against. And that second part is what's really important for team building. Probably should shield here, because even if it is Icy Wind, I think it'll still hurt. Or Bubble. Maybe I could have survived a Bubble Beam. But this is probably with it being a Ghost type, this is probably going to be the most action that Gengar can actually get here. But do I want to waste my last shield on this first Pokemon? Not really. And it was probably for the best I didn't. But I'm still kind of... If you can't tell, I'm just really trying to get a feel for this team altogether. Trying to pick out what's good, what's bad. And Frail's here is interesting. I'm not sure who would do better. I guess I could, like, go in the... I just realized they're both weak to Focus Blast, so this could be a problem. But I can hope they can outpace the cast form, or outpace it to Focus Blast. So that could be enough energy that quickly. Thankfully not. Ooh, but I think I still have to shield the second one anyways, because... Yikes, it's so close to going down. At the end of the season, how high must you be to get the huge chunk of Stardust? Honestly, Lava, I forget. They don't advertise exactly how much it is. Maybe they do, but it's just been so long since I've looked at the blog that I don't remember exactly how it goes. And honestly, like, I have to, like, stop battling to really look it up. I'm not even sure how easy it would be to look up, though. I kind of forgot there was a ranking limit, but makes sense that it would be. You're only level 8. Maybe level 10? Like, part of me wants to say you would at least have to be high enough to get the elite charge TM, but on the other hand, no, but that's almost like, that's pretty high rank already, and I don't recall it, like, being too difficult to get to. Yeah, I'm not even gonna I'd just be guessing if I try to figure out what it is, and I don't want to give you misinformation. If you go to, like, the Pokemon Go blog, though, and, like, scroll back to when they first started talking about this season of GPL, I wouldn't be surprised if it was there. I could have sworn that's where they put it in the past, but it's been so long I don't remember exactly how it goes down. Excellent, excellent. They're giving me the hard swap into my Ice type. And I probably could have... Probably a bit of an issue for me to get that greedy, because I probably could have gotten, like, a couple shields off. And they did just want to sack off the Altaria. That was a charge move that didn't even need to happen. But the shields were... But I did get the shields, and that's honestly what I really want. I want to take full advantage of the fact that I have the advantage right now, and get as huge of a shield lead as I can, so when things are back in my disadvantage for me, they can work out for the best. I was almost at the Weather Ball, but I'm almost knocked down. This would allow me to, like, get Crustle in here. It'd be fantastic for the Frost Blast. don't even have to worry about doing a charge move for that, and possibly could even... I'm probably getting greedy here. But, oh. That's a bit more... for some reason I keep thinking that Crustl's always going to be a lot more bulky than it actually is. And maybe it is bulky, but everything else has just been so strong lately. But yeah, like, I can definitely afford to shield this one. I was just about to get a charge move off, and I can't put all my fate on Gengar, especially if I have a good opportunity to get a solid, super effective charge move off before getting knocked out. I think next one, if it gets to that point, would be worth shielding. Actually, it might even be worth like going to Gengar now. Yeah, I forgot how much energy I had saved up from early on in the match. But just swap right in here. No shields are protected from the Shadow Ball. And yeah, that actually did work. I'm actually kind of impressed how much better that battle went. I think just having a good league helped in of itself. And that's a full set already. Man, time really flies when you're having fun, I suppose. And I always appreciate the silver pin apps. It feels like I haven't gotten them lately. Like, they stopped putting them in AR scanning tasks, which was an easy way to grind for them. And the other way I knew of getting them was from Mega Raids. Woohoo! Yes, yes! Weird thing to get excited about, but I was getting so much of the more higher level stuff from GBL, and I still need the Candy XL for my Ampharos, that I've actually been kind of bummed out lately of how few Flaffies I've gotten. Alright, have a nice dinner, Lava. Take care. But yeah, that's definitely a nice way to end off a set on. Yeah, and there's definitely better things to get out of GBL, and I definitely have been getting them. But they haven't really excited me that much. Like, Rufflet I think is a good example, because, like, pretty uncommon Pokemon, good shiny chance. Don't really need it, besides, like, shiny checking, though. Yeah, I've been getting that quite a bit. I've gotten a few Scraffies and Shieldons lately, but as you saw, I already have a Bastiodon, and I'm pretty sure my Scrafty is all good and set to go. So I am definitely more excited about Candy XL from a Flaffy than I am about that, but all I'm saying is, like, if you're having bad luck getting Scraffy or Scraggy, I hope that I can, like, transfer all my good Scraggy luck to you, because definitely well appreciated. Anyways, let me get the next set ready to go. I do got one more team. It's a team that we've seen a lot, but I get the feeling it might have a place to shine in your standard GBL in this new format. So, see you in a sec.